Give you guys a little bit of a cold start here. Alright guys, so the first step in removing this alternator is to remove the belt. So you're going to need a 3/8 drive extension. I have a 1/2 inch in here with a 3/8 adapter. And all you're going to do is push it clockwise or down so that you take the tension off the belt like that. And then you're just going to grab your belt and pull it off of your alternator. Try to do this with one hand like that. And then you just slowly release that tension. Don't get your hand pinched in between anything. And there you go. Now your belt's off. You can kind of get it out of the way, but try and keep it on there. Or you can write down a belt diagram, but most likely you're not going to need it. And then all that you have to do to remove this alternator is to loosen this bolt and that bolt. You don't have to take them all the way out. And then you have to take this ring terminal off of here. So you loosen that nut and you pop this connector out, take these 4 bolts out on this bracket, and you pull the whole alternator out. So I'm going to start doing this stuff and I'll show you step by step. In order to loosen these bottom bolts, you need a 13mm. Now, since you already have the 13mm in your hand and you're using it for those bolts that I just loosened down there, you don't have to go super crazy, just loosen them a little bit. You can loosen the 13 on top of the alternator, which is what mine is. Yours may be different, but just unspin that nut off of there. Try not to drop it, just in case. You can always have an extra. Put that down, and you just grab the wire and pull it off. And you just can tuck it out of your way somewhere. Now we're gonna loosen these 4 bracket bolts, like I said before. And I'm gonna do that in a second. I'll come back. On my car, these 4 bolts are 10mm. So just get your 10mm, break them all loose. Alright. Now once you get that alternator bracket off the top, all you do is you do need to still unplug this by pushing the tab in on the back side right there. Sometimes it can be kind of a pain, but just push in right there. See, that part needs to go down so it can release. And you just get that wire out of your way, and now you just grab your alternator. Now you see, I still left those 2 in there. You can kind of see how loose mine are compared to yours or whatever, but your alternator is out. And just in case you wanted to see which one didn't last maybe 6 months, there's a little hint. Alright, I'm back from the parts store. I got my warranted alternator. And we're just gonna grab this sucker and set it right on the screws. I'm trying to do this with one hand. I can show you guys just like that. So it just slides over the screws. Bam, bam. So the first thing you want to do after that is hook your bracket back in. And you'll put those 4 screws back in it. Like bam. You gotta kind of lean the alternator forward and like balance it so that you can line up these ones, because that's how this works. It kind of has it sitting on there. And now I'm gonna tighten these all down and I'll show you back. Come back. Alright, now you just grab your connector, look inside, make sure the pins aren't melted or damaged in any way. Plug that sucker back into the back of the alternator over there. And then you can also grab that terminal, put that back on there. Grab like 13. And just snug that up. You don't gotta go crazy tight on this because you don't want it to be, you don't want to break it because it's all plastic. You just slide your little boot back on over there like that so that you can cover it out. Make sure it doesn't arc out on anything. And then you're gonna tighten your two. So you're gonna slide your belt back over your alternator and hold your tensioner back again. You're gonna slowly ease it back on, and then you want to check all your pulleys. Like, see right there, that pulley is off. So what I want to do is just push the tensioner back down again and skip it back over so that it's actually in the middle. You want to make sure all your pulleys, the belt is in the middle, because otherwise you'll have the risk of damaging your belt. And I'm also going to slide the one over on my tensioner down there a little bit in. Alright, now once you got all your pulleys lined up and everything, you can remove that off the tensioner and just hook your battery back up. It will spark at you sometimes, but you just replaced an alternator. Pretty easy on these cars. This is a 2010 Ford Crown Vic, but pretty much they're all the same. Most 4.6s, so Ford 4.6 liters. But Happy New Year, guys. 2021, here we come. Come on, do something stupid.